Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and this is my review for Bleach, chapter 557. Now, this is a simple chapter. It really is, and I'm getting used to having to say that for Bleach chapters, because they are really simple. Um, Pretty much, I can summarize this chapter in like a sentence. Bombietta is going to get her butt kicked. That's pretty much what happens in this chapter. Bombietta learns that she's going to get her butt kicked. I mean, her bombs, they don't work apparently. Um, the way Kubo explained it was kind of lame and stupid. He said that her bombs don't work because Komamura's Bankai, its armor came off, and when the armor came off, it lost its life or something, so it's not alive anymore. And he used this stupid logic that makes no sense, saying, "Well, if a bomb goes off, and no life is lost, then the damage isn't nearly as bad." Like it was stupid. It made no sense. It made no sense. Like it's make he's going he's going out of his way to make the Sternritter look like crap. Right? First Kangdu, now Bombiero. And also, just another comparison to make with Kangdu and Bombietta, they both made references to how they don't believe that Bankai have souls and that they're not alive and stuff like that. So that might be relevant later. The Sternritter and the Quincy's not believing that Bankai have souls and that they aren't alive. This is the second time it's come up. But I mean, I'm just this chapter. There was one cool moment where Komamori had a hole in his chest, and he said, "Yeah, my heart, I didn't get it back. I left it with the his elder. As long as I'm in human form, I'm immortal." So that was pretty cool. But I mean, I saw Obito do this like a few months ago, so the effect isn't. It's not like I'm saying, "Whoa!" It's not like I'm reading it and thinking, "Whoa, that's awesome! I've never seen that before," because I have seen it before. It's not nearly as good as it would have been had it been something interesting that I'd never seen before. But it's still cool. But I mean, at the end of the chapter, Kobamura ends up hitting Bombietta, or his Bankai ends up hitting Bombietta. But I just personally I didn't really care for this chapter. Now, I won't let it affect my ranking or anything, but it's just the Sternritter. They look lame. They're lame. Kangdu, he lost instantly. BG9, he's not looking too good. Probably hasn't lost yet, but he's not looking too good. Um, Bombietta's. You guys saw what happened to Bombietta this chapter. Askin, he's literally not doing anything. Had a bunch of enemies right in front of him. He could have killed them all, and the only challenge he would have had was Nemu and Kurotsuchi. Kurotsuchi and Nemu weren't even out there yet. He's just sitting there talking to them. Hashfall, he's with the enemy leader. He's just talking to him. Giselle, Maninis, Lil Toto, Candace, they're in enemy territory and they're just walking around. Nothing's going on. They're just walking around. Not only are the Sternritter not nearly as impressive as they used to be in the previous part of the arc, but the war itself is just lame. It's not a war. When you have a war, if this was a real war, if this was a legitimate war, I shouldn't be able to count. I shouldn't need two hands to count the number of Sternritters that are walking through enemy territory and not having any enemies approach them at all, not having any enemies attack them or anything. Okay, Askin and Hashford are literally talking with the enemy. I mean, it's not. The war is just not impressive so far. The first part was much better. The first part was much better. But as soon as the Quincy came back, it was that break Kubo took. As soon as that break ended, Bleach just went downhill. I don't care right now. Kuba hasn't done anything to make me care, because the things I did care about, he makes lame, and I stopped caring about them. I guess if I had to give this chapter a rating, I'd give it like a 6 or 6.5 or something. I mean, the chapter is really, really simple. The only things that happen, Fabietta realizes her attacks won't work, and Komamura has a hole in his chest. You know, that's it. So I'll just give this episode a this chapter a 6 out of 10. It was just an okay chapter. Nothing happened yet again in Bleach. And that's it for this review, you guys. This chapter gets a 6 out of 10. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.